All right. Thank you for joining me. This is Your Career Day, and I am Brian Banks. So I'm here just to try and get a sense of how you got to where you are. So can we have your name?
Yeah, my name's Lieutenant Chris Kapuschansky.
Okay. And hometown?
Uh, my hometown is Yorktown, Virginia. I started off in New England, and then I moved down to Yorktown because Dad was in the Navy. So kind of floating a little bit all over.
Okay. Your career title is obviously a pilot, but what type of pilot?
So I'm an F-18 Super Hornet pilot with the Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron, Blue Angels.
Okay. And what does your job entail?
Uh, my job entails, this job entails a lot more than what the fleet kind of entails. So I'm a pilot. I do community outreach. So it's our job to kind of give the community our overall mission and look to inspire individuals not only to join the military or do what we do, place themselves in his shoes or my shoes or anybody's really. It's to have that culture of excellence, inspire that culture of excellence for people to go out and just be excellent in everything they do and every day.
All right, cool. So what type of education is required?
So in order to become an officer in the military, you have to have at least a bachelor's degree. So you got to have a college bachelor's degree in order to become an officer. And then at least that's for my side of the house.
For me, I just had to have a high school education. Or GED.
Okay.
Equivalency. You can get your degree while you're in, but it's not required to do my job.
All right.
And you can also be an officer from the enlisted side,
Right.
called a limited duty officer. You just can't fly, you can't control a ship or anything like that. It's more, I guess, limited. That's why I call it a duty officer.
Okay. All right. What type of person is best suited for this position?
Oh, that's a difficult question because I mean we get all walks of life. We get all different types of personalities. So I wouldn't say any specific person is is more cut out for this job. It's just do you want to do it?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What was the road to your current position? How'd you get here?
So the long road is I ended up going to the Naval Academy out of high school. I actually did a year of prep school in Valley Forge Military College up in Philadelphia, and then I went to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. And from there I went down to flight school, which is a standard kind of route all around, going down to Pensacola, where we're at now. And then I went to Kingsville, Texas for intermediate jet training, and then as well as advanced. And then I went up to Virginia Beach, Virginia to VFA 106 for the Fleet Replacement Squadron as a student. I went to VFA 103, which is the Jolly Rogers, again out of Virginia Beach. I did 2 combat tours, 2 combat deployments, and then came back to be an instructor at VFA 106. And then I got picked up to be here.
Cool. What makes this job fun, interesting, or exciting, or all of the above?
I would say the coolest thing about this job is, no kidding, going to the different show sites, seeing the people of the country. Like I've been to places that I never thought I'd even go to, and getting out of the aircraft and seeing the people at the crowd line and hearing the cheers of people and just being that person that can inspire, whether or not they end up coming to do this job or any other job in the military, that's besides the point. It's the level of satisfaction, gratification that I bring people enjoyment and hopefully inspire them down the road. And I would assume same thing goes for you as well. We're here to do that. We're not here to recruit. We're here to reach out to every part of America that we can.
Yeah, cool. Last question. What advice would you give to someone that wants to follow in your footsteps?
If you want to follow my footsteps, I wouldn't follow in my footsteps. It's a choose your own adventure. If you want to do this, there's no one way to do it. There's no golden path. It's you do whatever you want to do, and you make it your own adventure. Mine wasn't the golden path. whatever you think that might be. I just happened to do what I ended up wanting to do. You know, I was able to check those boxes and make it here. It's not always easy. It's not always hard, but if you want to do it, you can absolutely do it. You know, that's my message to anybody. You know, don't let anybody tell you can't do something. Be the person that finally figures out, like, hey, maybe this isn't for me. But you make that decision. Don't let anybody else make it.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I got one last
Yeah,
question.
go for it.
What does it feel like to have the coolest job in the world?
I mean, this is a pretty special job. I wouldn't even say it's a job, you know, because it's not a job. I'm doing something I absolutely love. I get to fly these slick blue aircraft maintained by the best people that the Navy and Marine Corps have to offer. I mean, the amount of trust that I have in him is remarkable. You know, they maintain these beautiful aircraft, these high-powered aircraft, to the point where I place all my trust in them to just jump in the cockpit and be like, here we go. They do all the pre-flight checks. Most of the pre-flight checks that we do as pilots, they do for us, so we can just jump in and take off in about 5 minutes. So I think being able, man, I think being able to just work with individuals that are so like-minded and have such a high level of just ownership is pretty remarkable.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. You want to ask him anything?
I do.
Up to you.
I do.
We've got about 4 minutes.
Perfect. What's your name?
Hyland, McNaughton.
Hyland, hometown.
Huntington Beach, California. Sir.
Huntington Beach, California. What was your road to your position?
So I graduated high school from Huntington Beach High School in California in 2011. I joined the Navy in November of 2012. I went in as a E2, and I went to Great Lakes in Indiana, Illinois, Great Lakes, Illinois, for boot camp. Went from there to Pensacola, Florida for my aviation structural mechanic training, and then from there I went to San Diego, California to work in helicopters for 5 years. And I went to FRC Northwest, which is our intermediate level maintenance, where we fix aircraft parts and send them back out to the fleet. And then I came here.
Wow. So you've been doing this a while. What do you like about your job?
To kind of reiterate what you said, talking to the crowd and talking to the kids and the bows of the world, and just making an impact in their life and trying to get them to reach their goals, regardless of what that goal is by far the best part of this job. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.